Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, midnight. I'm assuming there'll be another pot of food made downstairs. The final hour, huh? Do 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 do. Ah, whoops.
Oh, they're off. Let me sleep.
See, typically for that kind of stuff, it's no, I don't want to fail it. Is the thing. So I'm just gonna load this save and go back. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was like, hey, just go and beat this guy at midnight on any day. That's typically how these type of quests are. I was unaware it had to be that night. So that's my bad. I now know for the future. Alright, Father Goodwin, I will speedrun. What was also the dialogue? Let's go through. Skirt. Alright, you don't tab B. You just press it twice and hold the second time. User error. Also, I also thought it was like that quest-wise, how it would just be whenever. If we had that Theresa quest for like the last week and a half. So I did think we were okay off that end. Do I just my skill points again? Let me see. Speech, I do. Give me Troubadour and Empathetic. There you go.
To the attack! Get ready to bleed.
They're all against me. I thought they were gonna fight each other. I think. I don't even know, man. Let's get out of here. Don't fall. Alright, we're safe. We're safe. Mom! Mom, where are you? Little alley-oop. We don't have it marked, do we? That's scavenger. I get it. Not that far off. Skirt.
Good God. Good luck then.
Loosen up that tongue of yours. You don't need 33, just need 30.
Can we do something?
Sure, what?
Here.
My word.
Something for you, Treble. Talk to me. Training.
Would you teach me?
Herbalism.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the.
All right.
Isn't that quite? Is this enough?
Well. Agreed. Goodbye.
Alright. Do it again.
Would you teach me something?
Certainly.
I'm interested in.
All right.
It'll cost you
Isn't
180.
that- What do you say to?
Well, a little.
160.
Agreed. Goodbye.
One more and
you
we earn a
teach me
perk
something?
point, right? Or is it at
Certainly.
12? Or is it every
I'd
5?
like to hone.
All right.
It'll cost you.
Maybe another.
That's gonna be another time. I'm just gonna steal from you.
Who?
Already done all this, I just want the experience.
That's all. Don't you know?
There's. I.
What? Will you give me the oint?
It contains
What was it again,
belladonna
anyway?
and the herb Paris.
Belladonna in Paris.
There. What?
The oint. That.
What?
Each.
I've.
Heard enough. Very well.
The Lord watch over you.
Three blind mice.
What happened to you?
We're in, boys. Didn't get any belladonna, I believe. That's fine. I'm not really worried about making some more savior snaps. If I'm desperate, I'll just save and quit the game. So apparently that works. What time are we reading the priest at? Quest log. We didn't ask him yet, did we? Okay, well. We'll go back there and talk to the priest. This is when we got there. I understand. Because we started this quest before. I know. But now we can see intent. So maybe we can just do it without. Just manhandle. And he's a priest, what's he gonna do anyway? I did want to train with the one nerd again at some point too. Bernard. Brenner. Other flowers. Okay. I believe. Father! Father!
Good health. The blessings of our. Can I ask you a few? Did
Bit of a lot.
did
What? Vow? Fuck there. For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse.
Is it
than if I
7
didn't.
plus 2 or is it just 7?
Maybe not
It says that you have plus 2
immediately, but one
bonus.
day.
All right.
God be with you.
Alright, when? In the evening. Okay. Alright. There's a quest log give you any specific time. Just the evening in the ale house, gotcha. And where are these 3 people at? Food. I like the upside down pretzel, I really do. Fish and onions and tomatoes. Dog. Skirt, 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 skirt. There you go. Surprise, we fit.
What the hell was that?
Sorry, sir. Skirt. Hello, Zelta. Zelada.
I've come in the name of.
We don't need to hear this, but it's experience. Nothing you can tell me that we don't already know.
That's all. I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? More money?
More money?
She'd like to know just what you're planning to do with it. She's worried about you.
What made her change her tune? You can tell her we plan to do exactly what we agreed, and not to worry.
Wait, Zelta.
I've heard. The herb.
What made her
Can I get higher charisma real quick? Let's see how this works here. It's all on my horse. To the other women then. Excuse me.
Something you're looking
Let me see.
for here?
Hold on. Inventory. Inventory. Sidekick. Just take it all, and we'll just see what gives us the most. And we'll throw it all back in. Alright, now back to me. Can you sort by type? Is that a thing? Not A to Z. don't believe so. This is... Wait, what? Hold on. You were wearing you. Charisma. This is a 12, but this is dirty. 3. Any more coifs? No, that's the only coif. So we have the highest charisma coif. Helmets. Go to the top. 4. 3. 5. Alright, then what about the neck thing? 8. And that's it. Okay, what about the chest piece looking thing, this thing? The hood. Go to the top. 7. 9. 'That's it. Plus this one 4. Okay, what about shirt? This is 17. 6. 6. But you're broken is the issue, aren't you? It's only to armor, not clothing. I mean, it does update in real time, but I mean, I feel like it can be higher. Well, 9 should bring us to 10, right? For the +1 buff from, towards women. I believe. That's how that is. Let's see here. Off the horse. Talk to me. Or we need to even ask her about the priest. And not mention the,
I've heard
Really?
the herb woman.
Let's see.
Virtual?
What's that?
No, okay, discount that.
What made her...
Mother of God.
Let's bring up the priest then. Come on.
I've heard the priest is worried.
The priest? It's nice to find out what telltales you have for neighbors. But believe...
It could be dangerous. Not just for your soul. That shit is poisonous.
So I'm supposed to believe the herb woman slipped us poison and...
She
But we...
Alright, we can just yell at her and be military. It works.
I've heard
Really?
The-
The priest?
I don't quite know what's going on, but I'll find out by hook or by crook. So start talking.
Only a herbal ointment, some chanting, and 3 women at night in the woods. No harm done to anyone. Maybe some help to some. So why don't you stop interfering?
For all the women in the woods. I'm gonna talk to all of them though.
What? Show yourself.
she running? She's in her house. Never mind. And I'm more interested in the priest, but his is the evening, theirs is at night. Alright, Vera.
Well, I never.
Thank you for the speech points. I appreciate it.
I heard something about a magic ointment.
You heard that where?
The herb woman said.
Gertrude?
You have the same stats, pretty much, so we'll then do priest and just force it out of you.
Ask away.
Never mind, we can talk to you again. Alright. The other one is out this way. Right? Yeah, way out here. Skirt. Hello, ma'am. Kuda.
I've come in the name. I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff. What I've heard already amounts to a burning offense.
Wait. Really?
If someone buys witching ointment, what am I supposed to think they want it for? Let me take a wild guess. Witchcraft. And witches deserve to burn.
We're doing
Hell yeah, brother.
We go to the woods alone, at night, and we hurt no one. I won't say any more. You might twist it against us.
I already know. I was told everything. Alright, let's go back and get a house here. The inn. I'm trying to get through. We'll sleep until 7. Hopefully it'll be evening enough, or else you talk to the priest. So a little more, right? Should be right here. Yeah. Skirt.
Good day to you.
Is that...
Thank you.
Is that...
All right. For how long?
Oh, slimy.
How ab...
Sure.
Are we agreed?
I'd almost... You all like it here.
Thank you.
Take care now.
I will call back up in dialogue. That reminds me. We're at a 6. We cannot use the other sword yet. Or we could, it just wouldn't benefit us. Would be at a negative bonus. we go. Put everything inside here. No, 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 no. There we go, food. If you are stolen, you will be in here. There you go. They might spoil, but I don't really care. There you go. Yeah, through my levels. What time is it? It's almost 4. Go to 7. I didn't want to say, I wanted to save. But I wanted this. It'll get up, get up. I wanted to save as well. Make it 7. Wait, what is 4? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna use the restroom. Be 1 second. I'm back. Sorry, I wanted to wash my face for a minute. Where are we? Upstairs, right. Fully healed. Use ladder. Skrrr. I was already in here. Hello, Father. Constable and Wendeline.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Skeleton.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible.
It's a priest. Why not
Seemed
talk
so
to him?
pointless.
I want him to talk to me
They
anyway,
had no
so.
warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost
Can you
killed
look him in the eyes?
They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyle? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumors aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's
Dreadful.
to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword.
I will
Expect
always
that
use
of my
dialogue.
Lubosh.
You know what they say.
It's free XP.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujitz is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague.
Jan
in the
Hus.
Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable well
Jan Hus these balls.
the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny.
Let's drink to
That
that.
last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Why are you so quiet for being so loud?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
You didn't mean to read out your
What
presbytery?
do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Alright, but I have a job to do tonight for you specifically, so.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje swej smutek, do dnie no i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak, už sej mojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich.
Oh, what a roll. Henry, come on, man.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
I live here.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Fucker!
Which targets, you weirdo? I cannot see with 8 people walking in front of me.
Go ahead and gather your strength. I'll slaughter you.
I don't care for the tourney. Sorry. What do you like? Just honestly, just riddle that man. He should just be dead.
Help! Fight! Do something about it before they beat each other.
Stop them!
Quick, for God's
What?
sake! They're brawling
We'll
there.
have
Do
to-
something.
No one gets away.
Never drink with a priest?
Around here.
Stop them.
You should have thought twice about what you're doing.
Just my luck.
Look, but that won't.
All right.
All right.
So like, what happened? There's a lot of stuff that happened there. They're heading out.
Good day to you.
The parish priest here in Ujias, he's a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their arse.
He just ditched me in the middle of the fight. What are you talking about?
He acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened, and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he...
Okay, I understand.
Godwin
You won't tell me
who
about the
Lubos's
cronies.
cronies were. I've reached a complete standstill.
I told you, no one ever came here to see him. If he was meeting anyone, it must have been somewhere else.
But where? I can't go around the whole county asking, can I? I could end up in Kuttenberg.
You might. They might even have records of that scoundrel there. But maybe you don't have to go that far. I just remembered he once boasted to me that he had a record in Rattay. There might be some mention there of who was with him at the time.
Thank you for your help.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Now I have a witch summoning to disrupt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me when I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm here to keep an eye on you.
We don't need anyone looking after us. Who sent you anyway?
Gertrude, the herb woman, sent me.
Is she really that worried about us? Why didn't she come herself?
What's it to you? I'm here and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
All right. No need to get head up about it. If Gertrude's so sure we need watching over like babies, then we can come to some arrangement. If you can swear you'll keep your mouth shut, then come with us. But you'll have to act like you're not there. And don't you dare make a sound.
You have my word on it.
Stay out of things. Just watch at a distance. If Gertrude is worrying we might get poisoned, you'll be at hand to help.
Fair enough. You won't even notice I'm here.
After you? What have I got myself into?